Right, so today gonna be very quick. Um, I'm just gonna be starting this. This is the first episode, really, so it's gonna be very bad, gonna be very mismatched. That doesn't matter though. Well, what matters is, do I make money or not? Okay, that's what this all comes down to. Um, Episode one, $6,000 funded challenge. I have bought a funded account worth $6,000. This is something that anyone can do, and I'll be documenting my progress. Will I blow the account? Will I succeed? You're going to see every part of it. And we are starting today on the 3rd of March, 2025. Okay, now we've got that out of the way. What is my strategy? My strategy is simple once you know the fundamentals, once you know about time, about market open, which is very simple to get. SMT, power of three. Sounds like a load of gibberish, but once you know what I'm on about, it becomes very simple. And so I will try and show you in these charts what my strategy is. So we are on New York time right now. We are waiting for the 9:30 open. This is very crucial. Time is the most important part to the strategy. We are looking for highs to be swept, so we could target these highs right here. And the reason we could, a lot of people will look at this and say, that's not a high you could target. It is a high you could target, and the reason for that is because right behind that wick there, we have an imbalance. Okay? I don't need to explain why an imbalance behind a wick makes it a high. You should know that already, but that makes that high very appealing. If we were to wick over any of these any of these highs right there before market open, and we were to only wick on either Nasdaq or ES, that is an SMT that is bearish before market open, and then we know we can target all of this engineered liquidity down here into this imbalance. And so ideally, presuming the market plays out how we want it to play out, we'd be entering short around there. We'd set our profit target there, okay? And we would have our stop loss about there. We want to aim for roughly a 3-to-1. Um, I've kind of laid this out as if I target mindset after strategy. I still haven't finished my strategy yet, alright? I'm just showing you what I'm aiming for. And this applies vice versa. So if we don't hit these highs on ES or NQ, but we do make our way down to here before market open, which is very unlikely, then we'd be targeting the opposite, okay? And what we'd enter off here is a 5-minute order block, maybe. A very powerful order block is one that's swept. There's one that is made on these highs and wicked into, okay? That makes a very powerful order block, very powerful confluence. Another thing we could do is if we see an order block within a fair value gap and we wick into that on any time frame below the 15-minute, that is another powerful confluence, and we want to trade the continuation at a 3-to-1 risk reward. I think now is a good time to get into risk management. So what we be risking is 0.5% per trade, and that allows us to go on a 10 trade losing streak, and we would have only lost 5% of the account. And just probability wise, even if your strategy is awful, you're not going to lose 10 in a row. Okay? It doesn't mathematically make sense. alright? And that's why we risk 0.5%. We don't go to 1 or 2 because, look, you can do, if your strategy is very well proven over a long period of time, you can then use a mathematical formula like Kelly's criterion to properly size your risk. But this strategy I'm using is not tested well enough for me to be comfortable doing that. Okay? So my mindset is very simple. Once we place the trade, unless we see a market structure shift in the opposite direction, we let it hit the stop loss or the take profit unless we see a market structure shift. Okay? And what that essentially does is that automizes the entire process. I do not need to be checking my phone, um, seeing if I'm up or seeing if I'm down. What I need to look for is a market structure shift. Do we close above where we enter? All right? And if that happens, then we can think about exiting, or we can think about exiting, you know, in profit. Take profits. I'm not really a fan of take profits, to be honest. I think, or break even. I'm not a fan of take profits or break even. I think they lead to traders more often or not losing out. The amount of times you see traders enter a beautiful trade, move their stop loss to break even, the market then pulls back, hits where they enter, and then continues, happens countless amounts of times. More often than people actually winning. Okay? So for me, break evens are a no-go. Now I have told you my risk management, what I do to help with my mindset, my strategy. I will update you later today, see if we've taken a trade. If not, this goes up anyway. This will mark the first episode. I've taken a few small trades already on my meta trading account, and currently we are down $4, so I don't know, I might have to sell my house soon. Anyway, I will update you later today. Right. So, day's done. I feel very good. Very, very good about today. What happened? Bit of a trade recap here. Okay. So, we see these equal highs set. We see this low set. Before market open, we accumulate and we manipulate. We manipulate here as market open. What every trader should think is that is going to go into the opposite direction. That is part of my strategy. That is AMD, which if you trade ICT, you already know. It's very important. We see these equal highs over here get swept here, which is basically what I traded off. That and the fact it was a 15-minute SMT. If it wasn't an SMT, I wouldn't have took the trade because it wouldn't have been enough. We also closed below those equal lows and this low here. And if that didn't happen, I also would not have took the trade, even if it was SMT. That was the confirmation. Okay. I don't know. I mean, since we're doing a trade recap here, I might as well tell you the stuff I could have done better. Um, so initially, right, we placed the trade here, and we targeted 3-1, and we were right to target 3-1 because, as you can see, it hit this area down here into the imbalance. Draw on liquidity was correct. Pretty much, I should be happy with that. However, I exited at 1.7. Could I tell you why? No, no, I cannot. If we look, I exited right there before we went up there, rejected that imbalance, which is very, very bearish. I would have seen the trade that long. I would not have exited. Unfortunately, this is just the psychology of it. That's how it's going to go. Um, but yeah, 6K challenge. We made 0.85% today, but we're already a little bit down. So we have gone from 6,000 to 6,045, which might not sound like a lot. I know on YouTube, very big numbers are thrown around. This is realistic, okay? First day, that was a very good trade. It wasn't managed well. It was managed awfully, but it's a very good trade. Um, yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. I've said it very boring because I've done this like 3 fucking times and it just has broke on me each of those. Um, I was way more energetic before this, but who cares now, honestly? Yeah, I should feel happier. I should feel happier, but I didn't stick to my rules, and I missed out on basically doubling those profits. I should have hit 90. I should have hit 90. Um, but we move on. We move on to the next trade. We expect we could lose. We expect we could win. So basically, we don't expect anything. We just try and play the market as it unfolds. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm starting a community Discord. We're gonna start a society, a trading society. It's gonna be the best on the internet. You're gonna be a part of it. Only if you trade. Doesn't matter what you trade. Um, ICT, volume, Wyckoff, which is basically volume. If you trade Nasdaq and ES, if you trade futures, if you trade Forex, if you trade gold, if you trade volume, which is two different things to trading volume, the strategy and trading volume. Yeah, if you're long term, if you're short term, it doesn't matter. I want you in this Discord because I want to cultivate the best community out there. Okay. And that's it. This is the trade recap for today. Let's see if I pass this challenge, make money. Let's see if I don't. Thank you for paying attention.